this video, we will learn to create an EKS cluster using auto mode enabled. If you don't know what is EKS cluster auto mode, refer to my previous video where I have explained what is EKS cluster in auto mode means. So to create that, you will click on click create cluster. And here you see that this is the new option that is coming, quick configuration with EKS Auto Mode new. You have an option to do the custom configuration also and enable it from here, and you can do the quick configuration like that. So I'm going with this example, this particular option, and here you will provide the name of your cluster, your Kubernetes version, and the cluster IAM role. So if you click on create recommended role, so it will automatically provide you all the policies that your EKS cluster needs. So it will select the EKS service, and here it will select this option EKS auto cluster. And if you click on next, you need these policies. So click on next, and here you'll just provide your name, and here you can see the permission. So this is the assume role permissions, and this is one more tag session permissions that EKS auto mode cluster needs. And then you will just click on create role. So in my example, that cluster IAM role is already created, so I'm using this, and then the node IAM role, because now it will automatically create the nodes, because we are not creating any managed node groups. So you need to provide the node IAM role also. So if I click on create recommended role, and here you will see it is selecting EKS auto node option, and if you click on next, it needs two minimum permissions, EC2 container registry and the worker node minimal policy. You can always create your own role, but ensure that these two policies are assigned, and then you can always add more policies as needed. And the trusted entities is simple, EC2 and the assume role. So now, and then you will select your VPC. So we are selecting the VPCs, and it has selected all the private subnets. So this is the only information you need to provide while creating an EKS cluster. Here you can see we have not selected any add-ons or anything like that. It is all included what all essential add-ons are required. And if we check the quick configuration details, so here you will see all the details or all the things that this particular cluster will get created. So here you can see that this default node pulls. So with this quick configurations, it will automatically create these two node pools, default general purpose and the system one. And then it is just giving you all the details here and the community add-ons. So here you can see it is automatically enable the matrix server add-ons, and this is where you have all networking and the crystal logging. So this is with the quick configuration, and just click on create. So now it is creating the cluster. It will take some time before the cluster is active. So we will see once the cluster is active, we will deploy a sample game application on this EKS cluster using auto mode. And also we will see that we are not creating any load balancer resource. We are not doing any Helm deployment like we did it in the previous videos when we were using the managed node groups or the Fargate profile. And also, if you have observed, I have not done any IAM roles OIDC provider changes as well. So we really don't need to do anything after this cluster is created. The only thing is this: get your application, get the Kubernetes configuration for your application, and just deploy it. And your EKS cluster will take care of everything in an automated way. Now you can see that our cluster is active, and if we look at the resources section, you will not see any pods because we have not added any add-ons there. The only thing is the matrix one. And if we go to compute, here you can see that it has created the node pools, two node pools, because we did with the quick configuration. So it automatically created the general purpose and the system, and the node class is default. So you have an option to change all these configurations if you want to, but this is the default configuration that EKS Auto Mode provides. And here you can see we don't have any node groups and we don't have any Fargate profiles, and the status is ready. So your cluster is actually ready now to deploy any resource there.